Hey guys and dolls, today's tutorial is inspired by mermaids. It's very colorful. I love this kind of look. I came this close to wearing neutrals today, and then there was this little voice in my head that was like, do a mermaid look with the electric palette and make some magic happen. So that's what I have done for you guys today. As I said, this is inspired by mermaids. I have done umpteen million mermaid tutorials in my 500 videos that I've made on YouTube. I just realized the other day that I've made 500 videos. It's crazy. So I decided to do another mermaid tutorial because why not? There can't be enough. It's one of those looks that's just amazing. So I had a little bit of a concept behind this. I really love the Flogging Molly song, Cruel Mistress, which isn't necessarily about mermaids. It's about the ocean, but it's just kind of about, like, you know, sailors wanting to die at sea or sailors dying at sea or whatever. So I had this concept of like a mermaid who keeps trinkets from her victims. So I have these earrings that look like coat buttons. I have this bracelet that is different coins from different countries and stuff like that. And so yeah, I just thought that was kind of fun to add into the concept of the look to make it a little different from just an everyday look. If you'd like to see a list of products, I will have that for you in the description box down below, as well as a full list of products and pictures of the look at vintageortacky.com. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I want to say thank you to my subscribers. You guys brighten my day in ways that you can't even imagine, and I can't believe I've been doing this now for 6.5 years. So thank you guys so much. I love you, and let's go ahead and get started with the look. So now that my brows and underbrow highlight are done, I'm going to go ahead and apply a eyeshadow primer to prevent creasing and all that nice neat stuff. This is the NARS Pro Prime Doohickey. I'm going to go ahead and start out with the Urban Decay Electric palette. I'm going to use Gonzo, which is this gorgeous turquoise. The brush I'm going to use is the 4 from Wayne Goss, and so I'm just going to dip that in there a little bit, tap off the extra. And then I'm going to put this right into my crease line, as I always do. I rarely go in like straight away with the blue. I usually use something neutral to sort of, you know, soften into it, but since this is more of a bold look, I'm just going full Monty and just going for it with the blue. So get that nice and intense and blend out the edges. Okay, so for a highlight today, I'm going to use MAC's Vapor, which is neat because it looks like a flesh tone, but it has a little bit of a violet duochrome to it. It's awesome. And I'm going to use a big fluffy brush for this, a nice flat one. This one is a Wayne Goss 17. Now it's time to add in the green. I'm going to start with a... Okay, wouldn't be one of my tutorials if I didn't drop something. So I'm starting out with Makeup Geek's Mystic Gel Liner and a synthetic brush. You always want to use a synthetic brush when you're using any kind of creams, especially like gel liners or anything that's like long wearing, because they can really wreck a natural hair. And with synthetic, it doesn't absorb the product, so it doesn't get as ruined, although they still can get ruined. But you know, it's just a good caution. I'm using a MAC 242 brush, one of my favorite brushes for packing on any kind of color, and the Freak eyeshadow from the electric palette, and I'm going to place that all over my lid. Looks like a little bit of the gel liner transferred into my crease. That's fine, I don't mind. In fact, let's just make it a thing. I'll put a little bit of Freak above the crease on this side as well and sort of blend it in. So to blend between the turquoise color and the green here, I'm going to use Mermaid from Makeup Geek. Sort of right in between the two in terms of color. I'm going to just place that in the inner corner and just blend that over the inner portion of the crease. Okay, and then I'm going to add in a little bit of Duchess, just a blue purple. I'm using a little brush from MAC that unfortunately they no longer sell, but just for informational purposes, this is the 222. I like it because it's a nice, like, dense blending brush. I don't have anything else that's quite like it. Sorry. Anyway, you could also use a MAC 217. The 217 is just a little bit bigger than this. So I use the Duchess just to deepen up the outer part of the crease. And then I'm going to use black. This is, I think it's Corrupt from Makeup Geek. So taking the black on my little tiny brush, I'm going to do the inner portion of the lid, just really driving that right into the crease. Rock that in there. And swirly swirl, and then bring it over a little bit. And then actually that's too much product on the brush, so I'm going to pick up the brush that I had the blue one from earlier and just blend out that black. Okay, and then remove the fallout. And kind of clean up the outer edge shape a little bit. So I accidentally stuck my finger in my gel liner, as you do. So I'm just using my finger as a palette right now. And I'm using a little tiny Wayne Goss brush. This is the number 8. And I'm just using this brush to tightline underneath my lashes. That black right in there. Because I'm not going to be using a black mascara today. So I just want to get that darkness right there at the root of the lash. And hopefully not tickle myself too much along the way. Ah! Okay, I'm not succeeding. I always find this so difficult to do on camera because the angles that I normally use would be like right up here in my mirror, you know. And I'm going to use a liner on my top line, and this is the Stila Moss liner. Starting at the inner corner and just sort of stamping it across to make a uniform line. So first of all, now there's a dog barking. Second of all, now my foundation's done through the magic of editing. So I'm going to be using a Makeup Geek gel liner. This is electric. It's a nice bright blue. And I'm just taking that with an angled brush and lining the bottom lash line. As you do. All the way across. And then I'm going to take a Q-tip like this with a flat edge. I also take that color up into the lash line, or the upper portion a little bit, just to sort of give it a nice cohesive look. And then also paint my eyelashes with the gel liner. So they're blue. Alright, so once I have the gel liner on to just make everything nice and tense, make it stick really well, I'm going to use the Chaos liner from the Urban Decay Electric palette, and this is a MAC 208 brush. It's very tiny and angled. It's great for doing any kind of detailed look or detailed work. It's great for gel. Why am I talking about the brush? I don't know. Anyway, pop that in the outer portion and then pick up Urban. I'll put that next to it. I'm going to take that same brush and pick up Revolt and place that silver right there at the inner tear duct and then blend it over Urban a little bit as well. And then I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of a black liner in my waterline. This is Urban Decay Perversion. As you guys know, this is my favorite. I just made a whole video comparing all of Urban Decay's Perversion liners to others, so if you haven't checked that out yet, I'll have a link to that in the description box. So before I do my false lashes, today I'm going to do my cheeks. I'm going to use the Orgasm Blush from NARS, one of my all-time favorites, and I really love the peachy pink color of this. Whenever I do blues and greens, it plays off it really nicely. So just apply this on the apple of my cheek and then work it back in a little rounding motion. And then in addition to that, I'm going to use Dim Light from Hourglass. I feel like a broken record with this one because I use it in every video, but it's truly lovely. Really like a pale girl bronzer. It's not really a bronzer, but it gives you a little color. Go ahead and fill in my little beauty freckle. So for false lashes today, I'm going to start out by curling my own. Ooh, and almost pinching. Oh, I think I actually ripped one out. Wonderful. And then I'm going to use a Inglot mascara that is green. I'm going to use that on my own natural lashes because the lashes that I'm using today are a combination of black and this sort of seafoam green. And this will help to blend mine in. I got a little more interesting. So for my false lashes today, I'm going to be using this pair from Katy Perry. This is the Ka-Ching lash. So this is the black with the seafoam green. And I like them because they're very fanned out and make your eyes look nice and feathery and open and all that nice neat stuff. I wiggle the lashes and sort of curve them to set them in shape so that when I go to put them on my eye, they're not too straight. And then place those bad boys on. So for my lips, I'm going to use Fruit Punch from Milani, one of my favorite lipsticks of all time. So pretty. So good. This is like my little Jimmy Fallon thing. It's like so good. So good, my man. I don't know how I forgot this part, but here we go. Last step is just to take a little bit of this vellum eyeshadow and stick that on the inner corner. This kind of negates the silver that we did earlier, so if you're recreating this at home, you can go ahead and skip the silver, I guess. The silver just ended up being kind of a fallouty mess. And actually I like the more like skin tone type color, and again that has that light blue duochrome. So that is it. That is the look. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I have to say again how thankful I am for all of you who subscribe to my channel, and if you haven't already, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I came this close to wearing neutrals today. I'm gonna be filming a fashion haul right as soon as I'm done with this, which you guys will probably actually already see before this video even goes up. So if you want to see my fashion haul, there will be a link in the description box down below. So I was gonna wear neutrals, and this little voice in my head was like, pull out the electric palette and make magic happen. So that's what I did, and I really love this look. I love all like the purples and stuff on the bottom, and the bluey greens, and it's just like, it's so mermaidy. I just can't even tell you guys how amazing it makes me feel when I read your comments, and it really brightens my day. You guys have no idea. And that's about it. I will see you guys in my next video. Remember to just be yourself. See you, bye.